Hi everyone, welcome to week 12. This week we're going to create an outline for the research paper, and after you do that, you're going to write the first 2 to 3 pages of the research paper, basically the first two parts that you'll have indicated in your outline. So there are basically 3 different documents that I'd like you to look at this week. One is a sample paper that you can use as an example of what the paper might look like. It's an MLA style, but the works cited entries are in a previous version of MLA style, so you want to ignore those. Just pay attention to the way that this particular argument paper is structured. Then what you're going to do is look at the sample outline that's based on that paper. So what I did was I created an outline based on that paper, and you'll see that this sample outline has the 4 parts that you're going to be using for your own outline. There's part 1, which is the introduction. This is where you're going to provide your reader with some sort of hook, some sort of interesting thing to get your reader engaged. Part 2, which is to describe the topic or problem, and then there are some examples of that, examples of elements of the topic and problem that might be described in Part 2. Part 3, which is the solution, and the solution part should include your thesis. And then Part 4, which is the works cited page, and you'll have that completed hopefully by this week. So the template that you'll be using this week to develop your outline is available as a link on our webpage, and it has research paper outline, and then basically it has these 4 parts: the introduction, the 2 different body sections, and then the conclusion. But you'll notice that the body sections are much bigger than we usually think of with a typical body section. So remember, this paper is supposed to be 5 to 7 pages total. However, the only part of the paper that you're going to write this week is the introduction and body section 1, which is the problem. So basically, you're going to prove to me that your particular research paper topic has some sort of a problem. Next week, you'll work on writing body section 2 and the conclusion. So in body section 2, you provide some kind of solution for the problem that you've identified in the first part of your paper. So I hope that this is a clear way to think of your research paper in general, and also how you're going to get to those 5 to 7 pages. This week, we're going to write half of the paper. Next week, you're going to write the second half. So another way to think about this is body section 1, the problem, is more informative. You're just telling me this is a problem, this is why we know it's a problem, here's some information from my research that explains that it's a problem. In body section 2, you're offering a solution, which is more of an argumentative kind of paper. If you have questions about it, of course, feel free to send me an email or a text. But my hope is that by taking a look at this sample outline, just like you looked at the sample perspectives last week, by looking at the sample outline, hopefully you'll have a good idea of what the expectation is for this week.